Hello, it's me again, Emma from I Am. I hope you're all well. I'm sorry I haven't really posted for a very long time, well, for a few days. I've been kind of doing a lot of studying and just like trying to focus on a bit of self-love, a bit of self-care, because I had a bit of a crazy weekend. I don't know if you saw my last video, it was a bit crazy. And I did promise I would tell you what happened, but I'm just going to be brief on that because I do have I wanted to discuss really education today, so that was my goal. But yeah, what happened on the weekend, man, it was insane. So like, obviously I went for that walk and I was just about to film on Fear and stuff, and my phone just cut off because it was raining and everything like that. So I just thought I'd find a seat. So I was walking and it was just drizzling a bit, like really nice sun and everything like that. And I was just walking, admiring the views and like along the cliff. And it was like a really like small path, quite a narrow path, man. Like, yeah, just narrow. So it could just about fit two people side by side. So anyway, I was just walking along that path, and then as soon as, like, I kid you not, as soon as my foot like got off the path and onto like this clearing, the biggest storm I've ever seen in my life literally just came and just swept me to the floor. I'm not even joking. And it was like pulling me to the end of it, and I was just grabbing and everything. It was absolutely terrifying. But yeah, I just managed to find a safe spot, and that's when I filmed where it was a bit, and then anyway, it just got so much worse. Like, I was just sat there on my own, no one around, like hail, like every time I tried to stand up, I would just be thrown to the floor. It was honestly unbelievable. So I was just sat there being like, right, so what am I going to do? And then I looked at my phone and my brother had texted me saying that storms could last for like 4 days. He said avoid the cliffs and the trees, which would have been the first place I'd go. And obviously by that time it was too late. There was no signal. And so I just realised I'm on my own. Like literally only me can get me out of this. So like, sorry if I'm talking fast. I just wanted to be really quick because I got a lot of good stuff to be talking about today, actually. So anyway, I was just sat there, like brink of panic, thinking, oh no, I don't know how I'm gonna survive this. But obviously, I just stopped those thoughts, turned them positive. It's like, no, actually, like after everything I've been through in life, this isn't gonna be the end. Like, come on, like. So like. After like just trying to boost up, because I was like nearly at panic mode, so I had to sing a bit out and laugh, it was crazy. So I was just singing out just to try and boost my spirits, singing very positive songs like I will survive. Little things like that. And so like I just shouted up and I was just like, yes, I'm still full of love. I'm gonna get through this, and it's gonna be the light that's gonna take me through this. I'm not sitting here waiting to flip and die, because nothing, no. So I got in the positive mindset, did a bit of breathing, like things like my scarf everywhere. It was insane. So I did a bit of breathing. Finally was just like, look, I'm just gonna get up. If I get swept away by that wind, this is like half an hour in, man. I was either like, I have to wait until it's dark and it's probably gonna get, oh man. But yeah, so I just got up and I was like, I'd rather die trying, to be honest. Like, yeah. And I survived it. So as soon as I got up, I just moved with it and everything. As soon as I got off onto the second path, which was just as thin as the other bit, and I was thinking that's the only way I can get to safety, because that's where all the trees were. And my first instinct had been go to the trees, like, even though my brother had said avoid the trees because they fall over in storms like that. But my first instinct was go to the trees, and then obviously was going through the mental battle of should I stay here? Should I try and go back on the cliff, or should I go the other way towards the trees and stuff? But as soon as I got to the trees, like, it just stopped. I'm not even joking. It was like ridiculous. It just literally stopped, and it was just a small little drizzle, by this point I was in shock, because I genuinely was just like in a situation where I was just completely on my own, being like, how can I get out of this? Like, I got no signal. I'm like quite small, but I'm small but mighty. But every time I was standing up, thrown to the floor. And I was like, this is the mightiest thing I've ever seen, like the storms and everything. But for it to just stop, and honestly, the feeling I got when I was in the trees, it was just like, the safety I felt, the nurture, the love, like it was like, and then the sun came out, because I was already like kind of not trusting the walk to begin with. I was just kind of like, as I was walking along the cliff, I was like, it's so misty, I can't even see the sun. Like I'm someone who I love the sun, and I need to, like, for me, when I see it, I instantly feel safe, like, because we are connected to the sun, like, so it makes sense. But yeah, and it was just terrifying. And I realized just in that situation, it's like when your mind you can either let your mind take over. If I had let my mind take over, it would have just gone straight to, I can't get out of this situation. How am I supposed to get out of this? I'm just going to have to sit here and wait. Like, that was a train of thought I nearly slipped into. It started and I was like, shit, like, I'm going to have to, I was like, I'm going to sit this out. It might stop in 20 minutes. It might stop in half an hour. It might stop in an hour, and I was like, I'm going to trust nature and all that stuff. For me, that storm was not natural. It was crazy. But yeah, so I was stuck in that whole position of, should I just trust and wait, or should I take action? Or should I let my brain take control and make me think I'm actually in a worse off situation? Because honestly, when my brain was working, it was telling me there's no flipping way out of this situation. As soon as I started breathing is so important, guys, honestly. But breathing, suddenly I felt like, so you breathe in through your nose, 3 seconds, breathe out, 3 seconds, breathe in, breathe out. And I did that for 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. And the difference in my mind state, that's when I knew breathing is so, so important. I'm going to be doing a whole video on breathing. It saved my life. It saved my life. So after the breathing, I was in a calmer state. My head was a bit clearer. And then I was able to just start filling it myself, have control of what I'm filling my mind with, but with only positive stuff, like, I will survive. I literally was singing that, like, I will survive, hey, hey, like literally screaming it out loud. And the point when I was really panicked, I literally just screamed up, and it was like, I'm protected by love and light, like, no, like, that's just, no darkness can beat that. I was sat in this storm being like, this is powerful, but my light and my love is going to get me out of this, because I've got no bad intentions inside. And surely, surely there's things on your side if you're just genuinely just trying to do good in this world. Like, you're not meant to go like that, not like that. So yeah, just thinking positively, filling my mind with love and everything. Before you know it, I had that strength, the strength that I just thought, I was looking around being like, this is ridiculous. I never thought it was going to be like this. I literally was kind of laughing out loud because I was in shock. It's like, what's my brother and what's my mum going to, But don't let negative thoughts take over your mind. If you feel like it's, at any point, whatever situation you're in, it doesn't have to be a life-threatening situation, like any situation, negative thoughts do not bring anything out. You don't get good things from it. You just get stuck, literally stuck. Because my thing was, I'm just going to stay here and wait it out. What? That makes no sense. No, don't listen to that. So, like, positive thought, you've got control of that. So you've got to fill yourself with, like, positive thoughts that empower you, that give you that strength to get out of all these situations that we're forever bombarded with. Like, honestly, when you know what you can accomplish just by facing it up front, like, you guys can do anything. So to my people, like, we ain't got melanin for nothing, mate. Like, we're connected to the light, we're connected to the sun, and we need to trust that, and we need to trust our abilities. I was actually going to do a video on education, but I think that's going to be a separate video. I feel this video now is just going to be about, how to just get your mind into a clear state. Breathing, it really does do so much. So breathe in, clear state, then you have control of what to put in your mind. You've got control of the situation, and the power of thoughts and the power of the emotions are so important. Like, if I'd been in that situation, just let it overwhelm me, mate, I wouldn't have come out of that. My heart would have been racing, I wouldn't have been thinking clearly, I would have been just thinking the worst. Like, I was thinking the worst, and I had to snap out of it, because when I was thinking the worst, I was just sitting there like waiting, expecting something to just say no. So yeah, like, I feel I was protected that day, and I'm so grateful. I really am grateful. But I also feel action has to be taken on your part too. You can't just expect something to just come and rescue, to solve all your problems. You've also got to you can accept the guidance, but you've also got to be doing actions, like taking steps to your goals, to whatever you need to do. That's so important, guys. So that's going to be the end of this video. The next video is going to be a bit more, I don't know, I don't plan these. I literally just pick up the phone and then I just talk and hope that it ends well. But we'll see what the next video is about. But but I hope you're all lovely. I hope you're all good. I'm sorry it's taken so long for me to film this. I'll be honest with you, my mind has been ticking, 3 hours sleep, like just constant research and constant planning just to see what our future's gonna, what we can do to make changes in the future, because obviously we need to be making changes. It's not all just about bringing up the truth to the surface. It is about like making these changes so that we can have a better future, as our people can have better futures, because this can't continue anymore, guys. This can't continue. We need to find our strength, and we need to start like taking action to making these changes and protecting our children's futures. Like, this is for the future, guys. This isn't just for the now. Like, yeah, look after your flipping families, do everything you can for your families, but also just really, we need to be thinking also for the future, like the future of us. Like, but yeah, family always first, but also just always think the goal of freedom. It's so, yeah, you get me. So important in my eyes anyway. I don't want to feel like I'm very much, just take whatever resonates. We're all individuals, we've all got our own views, and this is mine, and I'm just choosing to share it with you guys. If anything I've said you don't agree, feel free to comment. I do want to be hearing new views. I'm still growing, I'm still learning, and without new knowledge I would just be stagnant, which is just boring. So I love you all. I hope you have a lovely day. And I'll be speaking to you. I will be posting way more videos now, I promise. It's just been a bit of a hectic few days, and I will be letting you know what I am's plans are. So shortly I'll be putting in a few clues and hints and stuff, but we've got some big plans for the future, really, in the very near future. So just stay tuned. And I love you all for your support. You guys have been absolutely amazing. All the messages, sorry I can't reply to them all, but I really love you all, and you're in my heart. I do promise, and I'm like, I just love you all so much. But yeah, stay strong, keep going, and never give up, because we don't give up. Just never give up on yourselves, and just keep working on the healing. I'll be trying to give more videos on healing, more than anything now, I think, on how to achieve that self-love, how to get calmer on your mind and everything. But I am still learning myself, guys, so I'm not some kind of like pro. We're all just in this together, basically. So we just share whatever we all know, really, so that and hope that helps someone else. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. The sun's coming out. Yay! I've been like willing it to, because honestly it's been so cloudy. I haven't seen the sun in days, but it's coming out, guys. Oh yes, yes. So anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you and stay tuned for the next video. Stay happy and strong. I know we got this. Mwah.